Welcome to the Delaware Straight Line Challenge. In what was probably some sort of midlife crisis, I decided to try and cross the state of Delaware in the straightest line possible, through fields, woods, backyards, highways, and swamps. Inspired by GeoWizard and Teddy Roosevelt, I set out on this journey one cold December morning, starting in a Maryland graveyard and hopefully ending up not in another graveyard, but instead at the Delaware River. I don't typically get much exercise, I'm allergic to most things outside, and I tend to have quite a bit of social anxiety, so I didn't fully expect this trip to go well. But regardless, I gave it a try. Here's what happened. Alright, so here we are at the beginning. I have to hop over this fence, but there's some people in the graveyard right now, so not a great time to do that. I should probably act like I'm mourning somebody. It's also not a good sign that I can already hear dogs barking in the house that's right across from this fence, so this could end immediately. I just saw a dog walk into that building right there, whatever it is. I have to cross right by that. And they are leaving. Change of plans. There's some... The dog is right in the path, and there's somebody getting the dog right now. Well, they're bringing the dog back inside. Maybe they're going to bring it back in and close the door and just forget about the outside. That's the hope here. Okay, I'm heading to my starting point, and I'm going to pet some dogs. I should have brought some hot dogs or something and just bribed them with those. I don't know why I didn't think of that. And somebody is now leaving. They're pulling their car out. That's actually a good thing. Alright, let's go. Okay, I'm over the fence. I ripped my pants in several places, but I'm over the fence. Okay, I'm right at the start. I'm gonna go right through here and get caught. I don't see anybody in the windows, so I'm just gonna go right through. No dogs, no people. Still on the line. Fantastic. I'm a little bummed that I ripped my pants in the first 1 second of the journey, but it's not a big deal. Alright, here's the first body of water. That was the Delaware River right there, so I'm happy we got past that. So now, for quite a while, once I get out of this bramble, or I guess just woods, not really bramble, I'm going to have lots of field. No houses, no woods, just field. And I'm not super worried about anything in this trip until toward the very end, when I have to go through a farm with horses, and then there's some bodies of water that I'm not sure how big they are right now. I'm also just wondering how long it'll take to get... It's 11 miles on this trip, so how long does it take to go 11 miles when you're crossing through... Well, I guess it's not actually that much woods on this trip, just some. And here we are at the power lines. Now I got a little walk to those woods. I'll meet you over there. Here was my first obstacle, this body of water. This is Lake Michigan. But it shouldn't be too bad. I can just go around the side here. It'd be really easy and convenient to just follow these power lines, but nope, I gotta go through here. When I was reading the comments of GeoWizard's video, a lot of them said if you tried this in the US, you'd be shot within the first 5 minutes, but so far, 5 minutes has passed, haven't gotten shot yet. I'll put that to the test once I get to actual farm fields. Look, some living plants. Didn't think I'd see that. I won't trample those. We still need some oxygen. Here we come to our first obstacle. I wasn't sure how big this creek was, but it's not so bad. This is kind of steep, but I can get down it if I don't use the camera. I was sure to pick a day where it hadn't rained very much in the past week. It wasn't supposed to rain at all in the past week, but it did rain a little bit yesterday. But that should be okay. Actually, it's definitely okay, because you can see right here that it's okay. Can I jump to that rock? I definitely can. Alright. The path actually lines up with this actual path. Okay. Pretty brambly over here. Ow. This forest is made pretty much exclusively of thorns. I haven't made it far at all. This GPS is not working because I'm sure it was having me go in that direction, and now it's having me go in this direction. If my line is all fucked up, it's Google Maps' fault, not mine. I'm going right towards some sort of tarp. If it's like a hunting area, I hope that there's nobody in there. There doesn't appear to be anybody here. That's quite a relief. There's a hammock though. Could use that. Alright, we've got a situation here. I'm supposed to cross right in between that pool and that house. But there's somebody walking their dog right at that pool. And also, there's a fence around it, which wasn't there back when the Google Maps pictures were taken. So, I think what I'm going to have to do is sacrifice a few feet and go around the house. I still have to go in between these yards, which is pretty awkward, but once that guy goes inside, I doubt I'll be noticed. We'll see. There's a dog barking at me in that direction, but he can't do shit. The guy went back inside. It's go time. Just hug this place as tight as I can. Okay, dog barking. Go onto the street. And that's the Baltic Sea right there. It's probably the easiest part of the trip. I wonder how much these houses cost. They're really nice. They're really nice, but also they're in Delaware, so who really wants them? What I'm not looking forward to is that house right there, because I have to wrap tightly around it on the right side. It's a weekday, so I'm hoping the people aren't home. But then again, there's COVID, so people might be home. But then again, it's a rural area, so COVID doesn't exist. So you never know, it could go either way. I'm just gonna wrap around it, and then I got fields and fields. Here goes nothing. Seems like all their windows are closed, so maybe this isn't so bad. Luckily, right on the path, there's a part that's not all that brambly. Just gonna fucking walk right through it. Oh god. Just wanna be out of there. Okay. I'm out of there. And look what we have ahead of us here. Fields and fields. I just had a tick on me, crawling on me. It didn't bite me. And I remembered, oh, I brought bug spray. So I looked in my bag, and it turns out the bug spray fell out somewhere along the way, and I'm never gonna find that, so here we go. This is gonna get pretty boring for a while. I'm not sure what this is. It's covered with straw. It's a hole. I could have stepped on this. I also see some shotgun shells, so I'm just gonna go around that. I have no idea what that could be. I see a construction vehicle over there digging a hole. I'm less worried by construction guys. More worried by farmers. And by shotgun shells as well. I'm pleased to discover that the path goes through this only opening in all this wood. But also the path goes through this construction site up here. I don't know what I'll find behind this giant pile of shit, but I do see that there's a guy just sitting in some sort of little golf cart vehicle directly in the path, and he doesn't seem to be going anywhere, so I think I'm just going to pass right by that guy. I don't know what he'll think of it, but by the time I get to him, I'll be out of there, so... Oh god, there's a lot of people over there. I'm going to stop here for a minute, gather my thoughts. Okay, stopped here, eating my Lara bar. I'm just going to see if people sort of walk away from that big group. And if they do, I'll use that time to cross. I'm definitely going to be seen, but are they gonna do if I'm already in there? What's gonna happen here? They probably already see me. Although I do blend in pretty well with the surroundings. Alright, here I go. This camera has said it's about to die, but it's said that since the beginning. So I hope that it's not serious this time. Well, the camera did just die, but then I just turned it back on and it turned back on. So just letting you know. He might see me. Oh fuck, he's paving. I'm gonna cross this. Fuck. I didn't account for this. Well. Alright, I asked that guy if I could cross and he said it was fine, so here we go. That was the easiest way to do it. I didn't know stepping on that I was gonna like sink through and fuck up their whole construction project or something. We're now at the edge of this field. What lies ahead, I'm not sure. But I'm happy that we're on to the next chapter. I see a little ladder. I don't know if that, I guess that was used, well, I don't know. I was gonna say for hunting, but what would you hunt in this field? Maybe it was just like a fun little place to go. Anyway, I'm going right through it, so. I actually hate this field way more. It is deceivingly swampy over here. These are not waterproof shoes in any regard. These aren't even like walk-proof shoes. I wasn't expecting to have wet feet this early in the trip, but I guess that's what we're going to be dealing with here, so let's have fun with that. My shoes don't look wet, but I mean, like, these shoes are fucking terrible, so it's probably just mud in the shoe, honestly. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we cross a highway. Alright, well, I can already cross this way, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that while I can. Luckily, the puddle is over there. Stops right where I'm going. Just gotta wait for this truck, and then I'm golden. Okay, we're good. I hope I've been facing the camera up. I haven't really been looking at the screen. Construction guys over there. They're not going to see me. And if they do, they're not going to do anything about it. Trust me. I'm just going to hop over this real quick. This is going to be a house, but it's not a house yet. So I picked the perfect time to do this. Because this house right here would have fucked up the whole thing. Just as I suspected, construction workers, if they even know I'm here, they really don't care. Here's how we're doing with the line so far. It is honestly pretty straight. I'm impressed with myself. And now I have the option of either crossing this highway for like 20 feet and then crossing it again, or just staying on this side. I'm actually going to stay on this side. And the reason for that is that that place over there is actually a police airport. I originally had my line going right through the police airport, and then I discovered what it was, and I decided that's a combination of the two worst things that could be in the path. So, to not raise any suspicion, just gonna stay on this side. Doesn't really matter anyway. Not going for like an official Guinness World Record or anything. And there's an official looking vehicle. Airplane just took off. I guess it's a police airplane. I'm happy I wasn't crossing their runway right as that happened. Alright, this one could be a little uncomfortable. It's another construction site. But there's guys standing right where I know I need to go. They might be moving, but I kind of doubt it. It looks like they're doing something there specifically. I'm just sitting on the strain for a couple of minutes. I can see them over there. If they walk away, that's when I'll make my move, but I mean, we'll see if that happens. Alright, Rothwell Estates, let's see what you've got for us. Right on the path. I'm going a little bit to the right of them. Oh, they're just dumping soil on these trees. It's not like it's an active construction site. Alright, I got through there easy enough. I don't know what lies ahead here. It looks like I'm definitely not going straight because there's a big hole in the ground from where they're building this thing. And I also don't want to walk through this puddle. So I'm going a little bit off the line, but hopefully not too much. Oh, this is not a hole. This is a future road. Maybe I can go right through that. Oh, here comes a truck. I'm just gonna act natural here. I just walked directly next to some people who were expressing concerns about somebody else who's here, so nobody said anything to me, so I'm in the clear. I'm like at the edge now, so what are they gonna do? Tell me to leave? That's what I'm doing. And now I gotta go through this. What is this? Is this like Swamplands, or is this just tall shit? Alright, I guess it's easy enough to walk through. It's just weird. Just plowing right through it. Gotta stay on that line. I could go around there, but nope. Gotta plow right through it. Can you tell? No, you can't even tell I went through. No harm done. What to do here? It's not like it's super wet. There's places to step. But that's intimidating up there. I have to go this way. Well, let's just try and see what happens. Oh, that is not as solid as I thought. How about this? That works, I think. There's a stick here. I don't know why I'm still filming. If I fall, the camera's ruined, but doing okay so far. I have two pairs of pants on, and the second one had fallen down, so it kind of restricts my legs' ability to move. I'm going to turn off the camera, and I'll see you on the other side of this. Instead of going through there, I opted to climb over this tree, which I'm still on. And now I think I'm in the clear, because I can just step over here. There's a cannon. Step over here. And now I'm on this nice bridge of dead trees. And they're very sturdy, and I have good balance, so not too afraid. My shoe is untied though, so that's something I gotta look out for. And yeah, I'll see you over there. Alright, come on, I'm at this thing. The question now is it still swampy over here? I don't think it is. I do not think it is. But we shall find out. Is that poop? That's poop. There's another one of those ladders up on the tree with nobody in it. Just glad there's nobody in these. Fantastic, I made it through there. And now we have field. And I can see the house. But I don't know if the house can see me. This is the easiest corn maze I've ever been to. Reached the end of the field, long field. What do we got down here? Oh, it's railroad tracks. That's easy. I expected there to be like a river down here or something. Railroad tracks are very doable. Getting up here has been the hardest part so far. Have you ever tried to climb just pure thorns? It's not a fun experience. Now I just have to somehow jump over this gap, which should be easy enough, but I don't want to get caught on a thorn when I'm doing it. It pulls me back and I fall in there. If I could get out, it would just hurt. Wish me luck. I had to build up the strength to jump directly into a big heap of thorns, but I did it. I did it, and now we're here at this nicely mowed lawn, and I don't even see the house, so Onward we go. We got another one of these. I guess that they must be for hunting, but like, I don't know why they're always next to open fields. I think now you should be able to see the mud on my shoes because I'm out of the forest and I'm into what's apparently a run. I guess it's like a stream, and it didn't look wet here, but let me tell you, it's wet here. You gotta step only on... Oh god, nowhere is safe. You don't have to do anything, you just gotta go through it, I guess. Alright. What am I gonna do? This looks... Ugh, it's not safe. Okay. Left shoe is filled with water. Well, if it's already filled with water, do I really have anything to lose by just going through this? Now, I think my best plan would be to cross this tree. Because my left foot's a lost cause, but my right foot could definitely get wetter. I'm gonna hop over to there, I think. Yeah. I'm just hoping that's relatively dry. Here we go. Ah, it's relatively dry. Now the water is blue here. I don't know what that means. Hey guys, so I'm just chilling on this tree. My left foot took quite a dive there. It looks pretty dry, just like this, and then turns out it's actually like 10 feet deep. So that's a muddy shoe if I've ever seen one. So I'm just laying here. I gotta try to climb this, but I'm having a hard time. I'm making it. I'm making my way over. I didn't fall in. But hey, you know, there's still time. There's still time with this, for sure. Just gonna succumb to the prickers here. I'm sure it doesn't look like I'm having a good time, but generally I am. Maybe not at the moment. I did it. I got across. Okay. That was pretty hard, but it could have been worse. I mean, that foot couldn't have been worse. But hey, I mean, I crossed a good distance without getting my right foot on the ground, so that's something to be impressed by, I guess. I'm almost out of here. I just have to cross this particularly thick, bosky part of the outer woods, and then I'm into a field. I gotta say, I'm pretty excited for this field, because I don't know how much more branch breaking my legs can take. Don't ask how I made it through there, I'm not even sure, but another field. We're good for a while in this direction. There's another little stream here, and I was worried about it, but it's nothing. It's one little hop. Just a little hop. Seems like the best place to do the hop. And we're across. And here we have a familiar sight, a field, and construction. After such a long time of woods and fields, it's now time to cross through the outskirts of somebody's yard once again. Well, there's cars here, so they're definitely home. But why would they be looking out here? Right? Alright, here we go. It's about to get thick here, but it's only knee height, so who gives a shit? I have to stay on the right side of this road, and there is a paved pedestrian path taunting me on the other side of the road. So when I looked at the map, this road hadn't been built yet. And it's really convenient that it's here, because it means I don't have to cross Scott Run. I don't know how deep that is. Probably wouldn't have been able to cross that if this bridge wasn't here, so thank God this bridge is here. Here's the first really busy highway I gotta cross. I just realized that I'm somehow inside a fence. I never hopped a fence, but I'm inside of this fence. So that's something I'm gonna have to deal with in plain view of all these cars. Hopefully that's not too suspicious. I hopped the fence in a moment when there wasn't a lot of cars going by. It had barbed wire on top of it, which wasn't pleasant, but I didn't get cut, I'm pretty sure. After these cars, I should be good. Alright, this worked out a lot easier than I thought it would. Gonna hobble my way over. Okay. Alright, go over this. And I'm in the clear. On the other side of this little fence here is a real highway. But it's right next to this toll booth. So I'm hoping at least cars will be going a little bit slower over here and I could have an opportunity to run across. After I get over this. Here's where it gets... I don't like this part. Okay, alright, we're good, we're good. I'm just gonna squat here for a minute. There's a lot of people in Delaware. Who would have thought? Alright, we made it. I made it across. I wasn't looking forward to that part. And now we pass something which is only marked as Frightland. I hope it's not too spooky. Alright, perfect. I think I'm across all of the dangerous roads. But now we're into even more dangerous territory of Frightland. Oh, there goes my hoodie. Here it is, Frightland. It's not as scary as I thought. Looks like parking's $5, so anybody who wants to go to Frightland but does not want to pay the $5 parking, feel free to park where I did originally. Walk like 4 hours, and you'll get here. I do have to go through somebody's yard up here, but that yard happens to also contain the tallest lighthouse in Delaware, so, I mean, if anybody sees me, I can just say I'm a tourist looking at the lighthouse. I'm just somebody who really loves lighthouses. We're in lighthouse territory now. The windows are open at this house here, so who knows if they're looking out. Well, here it is. It's cool. Alright, time to get out of here. It was real tempting to sit down on the bench in their backyard, but that would have been a little too weird. Alright, into another graveyard. I don't know the proper etiquette of walking around a graveyard, but I mean, I'm sure I'm not following it. Now, we leave the graveyard and we return to trespassing. Let's go. Let's go. If you don't have a fence around your backyard, I mean, what do you want me to do? Not go through it? At this point, we're just a little bit crossing the front yards and then going to the side of the last house over there. Oh god, there's a dog. There's a dog back there. It's in a fence though. Nobody can see me in this house. All of the blinds are closed. And then that building that I'm walking straight toward is a veterans village, so it's not a house. So I feel okay about that. Here's Doggy. Good boy. Oh, that's a good boy. Apparently I want to cross this on the right. So that's what I'll do. Oh, you know what I'm gonna do actually? I'm gonna fucking sit here. In memory of Leon Miller Anderson, Marines. Thank you, Leon Miller Anderson. Alright, I laid down here for a while. I feel rested. Time to go. And I am not going to hop over this fence. I'm just going to go around because it doesn't make a big difference. Walked down this road a little bit, and now it's time to return to fields. I was enjoying not being in the woods, but here comes something that resembles woods. There's like a deer trail right through here. Oh, it's a deer trail filled with water. That's great. Okay. Fuck. Getting wet. Getting real wet here. Okay. Fuck. Alright. Feet are gonna be wet again. This is not a drill. Feet are very certainly going to be wetter than ever. Just walking through the water now. No regard for not getting my feet wet. My shoes are thoroughly filled with water. Very thoroughly. Much more than they ever have been before. Luckily, they have so many holes in them, they have their own drainage system. Alright, I am going to sit on this log and deal with this situation. Oh my god, come on. Just let me get to the log, please. Okay. Alright, I changed my socks. Dried the shoes as best as I could, but I only have like paper towels, so they're still wet. And ready to start going. But I'm just now noticing that there's more water ahead, so honestly I should have fucking waited to do this. If I wasn't already 9 miles into this trip, I'd probably quit now. Because, I mean, my legs just hurt quite a bit. My feet are now wet and quite cold. And I'm about to go right through a farmhouse, which is just going to be awkward. But I've already gone 9 miles. It's only 11 miles total. I mean, I can't just stop now, so onward I go. I don't see anybody. It'll be fine. Now I will pass under this, which I'm sure will turn on once I go under, whatever it is, and somehow decapitate me. What are these? Are these like beekeeping houses? Kind of looks like that. A lot of corn husks. We got some pumpkins over here. Are they carved? Oh, I think they're painted. I can take a look at these. They're pretty close to the path. Interesting. We're pretty far. I think it's likely I'm not going to get shot. So take that, YouTube comments. It hurts to raise my leg, but it also hurts to go into the thorns, so you gotta do what you gotta do. I've come to a legitimate swamp, so definitely not going to go through there. Gonna have to go around it. I think going on the left stays the truest to the line. Hopefully this isn't too big of a detour. I didn't notice all this when I was looking at the map. I'm a little bit off the trail now. I really don't know how I'm supposed to get past this. I was going to the left. Turns out if I go to the right, you can just go around. Now I see this little thing. I feel like it's a hunter outpost. I'm hoping there's not a hunter inside. Jesus. What the fuck was that? Anybody in there? Just passing through. I'm really far off the line now, but I mean, thank God somebody put this board here so I can finally get across this shit. Okay, I'm just gonna stay on the edge of their property and go left. That's where I need to be. Sorry guys. Being on your yard was not part of the plan. Oh god. Well, these people will shoot me, so that's good to know. And their garage is open. I have no idea if that guy saw me. I thought he looked right at me. Alright, well, I'm back on the trail. You know, it says to go right by that house. I'm already so far off of it, but I'm just gonna fucking take the road over here. I've made it very far, so I'm saying it's a slight win. If I can finish it, that'll be nice. But definitely straying from the path quite a bit at this point. There's horses there. There's a little cat right there, Tuxedo Cat, just prowling around. I think it's stalking the horses. Who's gonna win? My bet's on the Tuxedo Cat. They're pretty smart. Should I ride one of these the rest of the way? I was supposed to go right through here, and there's horses in there, but fuck it. I'm going on the road. I don't want to be stampeded by some horses, as much as I would like to pet them. I have an actual sidewalk now. So nice. I'm going 34 miles per hour, which is a little bit above the limit, but it should be okay. What have we got here? Joseph Cleaver Linden Hall is listed in the National Register of Historic Places. What is it? This is the Cleaver house, I don't know. It's getting pretty dark here, but once I go another few feet, I will be at the ending point. I didn't go through a completely straight line, but I'm happy that I made it here. And also worth noting that this is impassable right here. So even if I had attempted further, I still would have had to take this road. And here it is. This has been erected here to commemorate my crossing of Delaware. And once I step onto it, I'm not going to go any further. And that's why I can't go any further. But I made it. As I was saying, finally made it. Blah blah blah. And well, now I gotta walk back. So, here's the final line, or at least most of it. The app I was using decided to stop recording my location once I reached the swamp, but I started it up again in a new map. I'm pretty pleased with the straightness of the line up until there, though. As far as I can tell, I didn't stray more than 100 feet from it until the last 2 miles. So, now that I've accomplished that and my legs don't work anymore, I'm ready to never leave my house again. Outside is overrated.